What's up guys, Sal here. So even though the iPhone 12 is an iterative upgrade over the iPhone 11, and even though the iPhone 12 doesn't have some of the best features coming out of the Android realm like periscope zoom and fast refresh rate displays, it still manages to help Apple to make a record and do something not even Samsung has done in their lifetime. We have some sales data for Q4 of 2020 for both Samsung and Apple, which show some amazing numbers. First up, Apple shipped 90.1 million iPhones in the period of October to December last year. That number is up 22.2% year over year, and I'll explain why Apple is seeing record-breaking sales in a minute. This number represents an all-time record for the most number of smartphones sold in a single quarter. In other words, no other company has done these kinds of sales, not even Samsung. The previous best was again from Apple in 2017 with the iPhone 7 with 77 million sales. So with this, Apple overtook Samsung in Q4 of last year. Samsung sold 73.9 million units with a market share of 19.1%, while Xiaomi was third with an 11% market share. If we consider the entire 2020 sales, then Samsung is still at the number 1 spot with 266 million sales, while Apple is at number 2 with 206 million units. Huawei takes the number 3 spot. Huawei has decided to sell its flagship Mate and P series division, so expect them to get knocked out of this list pretty soon. Coming back to Apple, as a result of these record sales, they're also making record amount of money.
Billions and 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 billions.
Would you shut up, man?
They made $111.4 billion in revenue in Q4 of 2020. Let that sink in for a second. It's the first time ever that Apple has crossed $100 billion mark in revenue. The iPhones contributed about $65 billion. The rest came from their wearables, tablets, PCs, App Store revenue, and of course from services. Samsung, on the other hand, generated $55 billion in revenue, where their smartphone division contributed $20 billion. They made $6 billion in profit. Samsung says that it expects weaker smartphone and tablet sales in Q1 of 2021, but the profit margin will rise due to Galaxy S21 sales and the launch of some mass market products. Anyway, Apple is seeing this record growth due to more people upgrading to the latest iPhones. There are a lot of elements at play here: pent-up demand, continued supply push on 5G, aggressive promotions, and of course the price. Apple didn't increase the price this year, which resulted in an upgrade super cycle. Just like Samsung, Apple also expects the numbers to go down in the first quarter of this year. First, with that being said, let me know what you think about this down in the comments. And as always, I'll see you tomorrow. Peace out.